Welcome to 2021 and to the first episode of the new year for the Aussie Gamers Experience podcast. Please disregard technical difficulties. We are professionals. I, of course, am your host, Snoogs. And as you can see, joining us tonight, we have, gents, let us all know.
I am Lucas, as you can see in this thing here. And I love doing this live business. It's so much fun. I knew everything would go right. And who's that guy?
Who's next to him? Me. Next to me.
Yeah.
That would be me. I'm Grejio. I'm another one of the hosts that is clearly very professional when it comes to doing shows. Cheers.
All right, everyone, now that that's out of the way, kick back, relax, and get ready to dive into episode 328. First off, of course, we're trying something new this evening. We don't know if we'll try it again next time. But g'day to everyone in the chat. We've got a heap of people, so welcome all. Cleno as Uncle Chunt, Ads, or Tanny, Martin Creamers. Oh, yes. What else we got? Martikins, yes. And the Wraith's in here as well, somewhere as well. I saw him rear his head before. So, g'day, everyone. I don't know if did I miss anybody?
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I don't think so.
They can pop up if
They can tell us if we've missed. I apologise. Of course, on tonight's show, we have some more info on the PS5, Xbox xCloud, Warzone might be making a bit of a comeback, movie and show news, Little Nightmares 2, news from the website, and maybe we'll throw in a few games and whatnot as well. So let's get into it, shall we?
Yes, let's
do it.
You sure? You're all right?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, man.
You'll be okay.
We'll get there. We'll nut it out. This is our first, well, that's probably a good segue to switch into. This is our first live episode that we're doing for the podcast. And I want to throw it over to yourself, Luke, for a little bit and talk us through some of your thoughts on the switch over to YouTube.
Sorry, you know what? I've been massively thrown by the start of this show. We changed across to YouTube because we wanted to do something different. And we wanted to up the ante a little bit as well. And this is really throwing me off. My camera is fucked on my end. Oh, man. It is like all out of whack. Is it coming across all right to you guys?
It's coming across all right. I've got the stream open here. It looks okay.
I may as well keep going. Anyway, yeah, we had a couple of meetings where we were trying to work out, what do we want to do to sort of up the ante, do something different, something a little bit more exciting. And this was my absolute moronic idea. I thought let's bring this to YouTube. We can bring it out straight away instead of having to wait up until Sunday if you did miss the show. So it's going to be available after the show's finished. The audio will then be uploaded for podcasts, like podcast apps and things like that, ASAP. If not on the night, it'll be the following day or night. And just something fresh. We've been doing the podcast for a long time now, and it's pretty much been in the same sort of audio-only format. We have done a couple of specials where we've done this, but I thought we might just bring it into the forefront and change the medium up a bit. And it's going to allow us to do a little bit more with a visual medium. We've got a new game that we're going to play tonight as well. It's called What's That Screenshot? But we are going to keep What's That Sound as well. That is going to come back as well tonight in the form of audio, if you can hear it. But who knows? Maybe you can't.
We'll give it a shot. If not, Greg will act it out.
So,
revelation, come on.
So that's the idea behind why this is now in a video format and a lot more stress for me.
It's only the first one, mate. So we'll get it right. There's bound to be hiccups. There's bound to be a little bit of this and that going wrong. Just wait till next week when we won't start until 10 o'clock because I'm running it. For the next one, it'll just be, how was the podcast last night? Podcast? What are you talking about? Yeah, here's the audio.
We're back to audio next time.
Next time, exactly. Yes. So one other thing that we've got for the podcast this year, we're moving away from the weekly shows. Weekly shows, as much fun as they are, they're quite a lot of work to get done every single week. And of course, we're all busy people. We're trying to get games and details together to make it a good and entertaining show. It's just, it was becoming a little bit difficult. So we've moved to fortnightly shows, which I'm sure there'll be many times throughout the year. I've already got it in my calendar that is it this week? Is it next week? There'll be plenty of those times, I'm sure. But the biggest thing is we're here on YouTube now. You get to look at our ugly faces, or my extremely distinguished look, as they say. Luke's getting there, and Greg just looks like he's split something. All right, Luke, do you want to talk about the other big news we've got?
The big news?
The giveaway deal. The big news. You want to do that? We'll do that up front. Why not?
Yeah, we'll do that. All right. Now, there's going to be a little bit of explanation that goes along with this one. But this year, there's going to be a massive giveaway. And when I say this year, is that the actual entry process is going to take the entirety of this year. And there is a good reason for that, and that's because it's a big giveaway. It's going to cost a lot of money, so I'm going to need to get this money from somewhere. So what I'm just going to come out and say it. One of you guys listening right now, and one of you that are going to be listening to us for the rest of the year, is going to walk away with a brand new PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X. The winner will have the option to choose. Now, how do you enter? Well, you guys have kind of possibly already entered, but you can enter every single week, and every single week you have the chance to enter within like a 7-day window. So the way it will work, and hopefully I can explain this clearly enough, but yeah, I know you can see the messages that are held for review because you're looking at my feed. It's quite stupid, but anyway. I
tried to get on it quick enough.
So what you'll do is all of you that comment on this video, so the actual YouTube podcast, whether it be live during the show or if you miss it live during the week sometime, you will automatically be in a draw. This is like a draw to enter a draw, so to speak. So everyone that comments will be put into basically a random number generator in the following show. And 5 what are we laughing at?
Sorry.
Oh, no. Okay, so that's a big word. So you're going to be in a
It was going to happen.
That work? Did you get a time? Oh, you got a timeout.
I just
first episode.
There you go. Do you want to hear this? Don't be.
Yes, sorry.
This is you don't want to be interrupting with banned words in the chat. This is important. This is for a massive prize. So next episode, we will do a random draw of 5 names of people that commented on the previous episode. And those 5 names will go into the draw for the end of the year. But there's also an extra little kicker for being here live. We may, from time to time, pick out particular comments that may be hilarious, funny, make us laugh, or whatever, and we'll give that person an extra entry. By the end of the year, you could have, I don't know, a shit ton of entries. Lots of entries. But at the end of the day, it's only going to be you guys that come and listen to us. So the chances are quite good of winning something so awesome like a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. So that's kind of how that works. I hope that was clear. I will explain it throughout the year as well. There's also a T's and C's link that is in the description of this video, which may explain it a little bit clearer. It makes sense to me, so it should be okay. Just essentially, just comment on our videos like you're doing right now. and be here and chat to us. That's pretty much all you need to do. And then one of you is going to get a console at the end of the year. So it's
all about that interaction.
That is the big announcement for 2021. Big giveaway for the end of the year. Be a nice little Christmas present. If I can get one. That's in the T's and C's. Availability.
If we can get a hold of it.
Yeah.
Because there's no way in hell that I'm giving up mine. Sorry. I love you all, but it's fucking mine.
Oh, come on, man.
You're not getting it.
Signed by all of us.
Just
That's been like $500 to $300.
Yeah, we're going to sign it. We're going to deface it with a Sharpie and put all our names on it. I'm going to put a picture of C and B on it as well. and while I'm rambling as well, somebody in the chat, who was it? A10 has noticed our shirts. So where is it? I got my shirt here with Luke 1, Snoogs, and Grejio. We've got our shirts there. Super special thanks to Skrill and Mrs. Skrill. They made these shirts for us. We didn't
awesome
ask,
guys.
But as soon as he found out that we were doing a YouTube version of the show, he said, well, you've got to have shirts. So they made up these shirts for us. And then Snoogs realized that they're actually glow in the dark. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Age logo on the back.
Logo on the back.
Look at that.
Glow in the dark.
It's amazing. Thank you so much, guys. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I found out that they glow in the dark tonight when I walked into my kids' rooms, and they both went, "What is that?" So, pretty cool.
Very good.
Tanny, can we buy one? Ooh. Set up Squirrel with Adventure.
Yeah, you can have this one for 500.
He won't even wash it.
Nah.
Yeah. For six, we'll let Leo wash it.
He gets out of jail soon, so he might actually come into the show sometime later this year.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
On parole.
Yep.
Oh, that should be good. Yeah, maybe we can get him to run the controls that week as well.
No. All
right. Well, the platform of the show is relatively similar. We come in, we have a chat about the games we've been playing, and of course, the news that's tickled our fancy for the week. So let's kick it off, shall we? I'm going to start it off this year because I got a platinum.
Big whoop.
My second.
I don't care.
My second one.
What's your game?
Second one of 2021.
Come back and I'll be interested when you platinum a game on an Xbox. That's it. That'll be impressive.
When I finish a game on the Xbox.
What's your game score on PlayStation? I'm just curious.
My gamer score? 301. 303, sorry. It's gone up.
He was taking the piss.
I platinum
gamer score on PlayStation.
No, there is. A trophy score.
It's not a gamer score, though. Do you even play games? What are you, an imposter? Cut him in half. Put him out into space.
Jesus Christ. Platinum Ghost of Tsushima. All done and dusted. It was good fun. It was nice. It was pretty. It didn't make the console ramp up, which is always a bonus. So it's all done. And I've also started playing Legends on it, which is the co-op section. So how it sort of works out, you start off with just sort of 2-player co-op, and you go through and play like a little tale. So it gives you, like, it's a 3-staged story that you've got someone doing a voiceover and telling you this story as you're playing it. So it's actually kind of cool. It's very, very mystical, very much along the same lines as the rest of the game. Very much a step, because by the time you finish the game, you've got all these extra abilities and you're a boss because everything's leveled up. And then it just drops you back into, you only have one stance, so you can't switch between stances, and it sort of throws a few spanners in the works there. But overall, mate, a lot of fun with it.
Oh, that's good. I could never get into it myself.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. But then again, when the main reason that I got into it was because the PlayStation's in where the air conditioner is. So it was hot in my office. I didn't want to sit in here. I sat there and went, well, I'll give it a crack. Started playing along with it and just got too invested to not finish it. And then it was, and in all honesty, very easy platinum to get. The hardest part of the platinum was the bamboo strikes, which they're sort of, you've got to punch the code in, or so to speak, in a certain order. But other than that, it was very straightforward. So I was like, well, I've come this far. I'll keep going. Why not? Finish it off. Got it all done. Cool. Luke.
Yeah.
The release this week saw Little Nightmares #2.
Yeah.
From Bandai.
Look, if you've played the first Little Nightmares, then you've got to play the second one. Well, I suppose not if you didn't like the first one, then don't touch the second one. But if you like the first one, the second one is just, it goes above and beyond. It's still very much a Little Nightmares game, and it's very familiar, but it is just the creepy factor gets cranked. And they've added a nice little element too of combat. There's a little bit of combat in there as well, which I wasn't expecting. But if you're not unaware, Little Nightmares is a kind of Limbo-esque game, except it's not specifically or 100% on a 2D plane. You do have, it's a little bit 3D where you can walk in and out of the play environment. So the play environment is kind of like an open world 2D side scroller, if that makes sense. It doesn't, but you may understand what I mean.
We kind of get it, yeah.
But man, that game is, it's almost like they held boardroom meetings and just said, right, let's just think of the most disgusting, freaky, nonsensical bullshit that we can think of and put it into this game. And there are scenes of mannequins, hospitals, schools, children, marionettes, just the creepiest shit you could think of. They put it into this game, and I had a lot of fun with it. I actually live streamed it over the last few nights, and I finished it. And it's also one of those games where it's open to interpretation as to what the hell is going on. There is an underlying story there, but I think each and every individual player that plays the game will probably interpret it differently and think different things are actually occurring. It's very bizarre, but a very good game. I absolutely loved it. It takes about 5 hours to finish, depending on how,
yeah, I was surprised you got through it so quick.
Yeah, well, I wasn't terribly thorough. There's still a lot of achievements to pick up on it and collectibles, but I loved it. I really had a good time with it. It's a great game. If you like those spooky sort of jump scare games as well, good game.
Did it, without spoiling the ending, so the end of the original one, I had to sit there and collect myself for a good 15, 20 minutes after I played it, just to try and work out what happened and sort of compute it all and put it in a way that I could understand, that wasn't just, what the fuck's going on? But I noticed you kept the stream open for a little while while the credits were rolling, because I had the stream on in the background. I didn't actually watch the end of it and didn't realise that you were finishing it. Like, I didn't realise it was the end. But did it have that same sort of wow moment at the end? Or
yeah, it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those stories where you're playing through the whole game and things are happening, and then at the very end you're like, oh, is that how that happened? Okay, very interesting. And then you start to question all of the stuff that happened before and start to sort of try to debrief yourself on what you've experienced, what happened, if your assumptions were correct and things like that. It's it definitely does have that sort of wow factor ending. Yeah, very good game.
Oh, very cool. What about yourself, Greg? You enjoyed the first one, didn't you?
So I watched Rem play the first one, and it's designed to be very unsettling, isn't it? It's all the imagery is, because the idea is you're playing as a little girl, and the perspective is that everyone bigger than you is this manifestation of something scary. It's almost as if you're looking through the normal world in quite a horrific way through the eyes of a child. So, adults all seem scary, and shadows seems designed to look scary, and it's just all this.
Just quietly,
it's literally a nightmare, a little nightmare, and the whole thing is very unsettling. I remember watching it, and it's this just gives you this. It's not, like you said, it's not designed to be really all that jump scary or anything like that, but it's definitely this entire just uneasy feeling the entire time you're playing.
Oh, that thing with the stretchy neck.
Yes.
Yeah.
That chases you.
Yes.
And I was sitting there, and there was a few times when it got me because I had it on the background with you. I haven't played it yet. I've got it installed. I just haven't started playing it, but it got me a couple of times, so I cannot wait. It'll be good. Beautiful. All right, well, that's enough for Little Nightmares. Greg, you've been jumping into No Man's Sky.
Yeah, so
I downloaded it. I've got to jump back in with you.
Yeah, so it came up on Game Pass, and Rem downloaded it, and she was kind of playing it. I sort of walked in one day and I said, "Is it worth playing?" And she's like, "Well, you could just download and play it yourself." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So that's what I did, and I then proceeded to. I've put about. Shamefully to say, I reckon I've put in close to 80 hours into this game. So, it's worth playing.
80?
80, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, but how quickly?
Oh, it's stupid quick.
That's the shame. That's the shameful bit. It's been, what, 2.5, 3 weeks?
2 weeks, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so can I just put a disclaimer? Last week I was sort of bedridden sick, so I really didn't have much else to do. So, so there was that as well. But look, I've thought this is a very well fleshed out game now. I think I didn't play the game when it first came out, so I guess I didn't get to see the horror stories that people talked about, but. It really is quite a full-on game. You can do really whatever you like. If you just want to go play a little economy simulator, you can literally just go mining, sell stuff, mine, sell stuff. If you want to buy ships, crush ships, buy more ships, go nuts. You can explore. It's not like you've got an infinite sandbox to explore. And there's lots of interesting things to look at. The worlds are interesting. There's all different types, and Ram and I have kind of every time we find something new and weird, it's always like, come check this out. And I found a planet that was literally everything was made up of hexagons. She found a planet that had no color. It was all just grayscale. The sky was grey. There was all this weird grayscale, and all the plants, animals, everything, all the minerals were the same shape. They're all the same shape, so you'd have these weird ball-shaped things rolling along, and the stationary ball shapes were minerals and flowers, so you had to be really careful what you shot. Otherwise, if you shot an animal, it'd come rolling after you and try and attack you. So it's bizarre.
It's come a long way from...
Yeah, exactly. And it's got this big Nexus portal, which is like the tower in Destiny. It's the community hub where everyone can come together. You can join up with other people and do co-op missions and all sorts of things. So it's quite a fleshed out game now. I think it's well worth having a look at now. I think it's worth a shot. So
awesome. All right. Well, from something that's coming along quite nicely to something that probably should have stayed in development a little bit longer. Destruction All-Stars on the PS5, one of this month's PlayStation Plus games. For a long time, other games have been trying to claim that niche that Rocket League had. And that big explosion that Rocket League sort of, where it announced itself to the world as this premier game and for all intents and purposes, a future esports contender. Now, Destruction All Stars is what seems to be a good concept, but it doesn't run very well. Its controls feel a little bit sloppy. This is all on the PS5. The aim of the game is to destroy your opponents, to destroy their cars, to run them over, and so on and so forth. And that's all it is. There's like you can run, you can jump, you can get into your car, get in and out of your cars, depending on if it gets to a point where it's got too much damage, you can get out and get into another car. You can take over other cars. Well, that's pretty much all you do, and that's all you do for a couple of different maps, and it's just rinse and repeat. And it just doesn't have that feel, and it doesn't have the longevity of being able to actually hold my attention. And on top of that, it doesn't have Australian servers. In today's day and age, you'd think something like that. Like, admittedly, Australia is a very small market, and we don't have that many people on PS5 yet. But still, there's a European server and a US server.
Now, are you sure the reason why you're not too excited for this game is because you're shit at it?
Yeah, probably. But considering that my first game, I came third. And then I just went, yeah, that's
disconnected.
No, it's just it's got nothing there. There's no want. There's no, like, Rocket League had you're scoring a goal or something, but it's just there's nothing there to want me to keep playing it. So I don't have it anymore. I deleted it.
Oh, well. That's a shame.
So you're saying the only reason you played Rocket League was for the goals, nothing else?
No, I played Rocket League because I had a lot of fun. I was playing it with other people, but getting a goal gives you a sense of purpose.
Just smashing someone else's car not do that?
No, and it should.
Enough. Well, I agree.
It 100% should, but it feels like it's just missing a lot of stuff. And yes, Martin, I have deleted a lot of games this week because I've had a lot of rage moments. It's luckily that ass hat Demon Souls is still on there, because I nearly spat it the other night because I still haven't gotten past the first stage. Yes, I suck that badly. Hence, it's not on the fucking list this week.
Did you at least change characters from the one you were originally playing when we were there?
I have a shield to stop.
That load of good that does.
Yeah.
Clearly it's working for you. Keep on that.
Oh, it gets me further. I guess that's what's that thing? Like, you don't win, you just do a little bit better each time. That's kind of where I'm at the moment. Luke, tell us about Rebirth Island in Warzone.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's new to me. I don't actually know how long it's been out for, but I decided to give Modern Warfare a go. And going back to playing Modern Warfare, like just the multiplayer, I've actually realized that that really is a better game than Black Ops. I was pretty impressed with Black Ops. Black Ops is a pretty Cold War, I should say. Cold War is good, and I think they did a pretty good follow-up to Modern Warfare. But Modern Warfare is just so much more established. But I guess that's because it's been out for a lot longer. I also tried Warzone, and there's this new mode. I don't particularly like Warzone, the 150 players. I usually get my ass handed to me. I'm not very good with long-range combat in these COD games. But there's a new one called, what's it called? Rebirth Island is the new map, and the game mode is called Resurgence Royale. And what it is, it's a smaller map, and it's trios at the moment, and as long as one of your teammates is alive, you get to respawn if you die. There is a point towards the end where the respawns are cut off, and regardless, you can't respawn. But so it means that if you die as soon as the game starts, unless you get team wiped, you're generally allowed to come back. And if you've got one person left behind, it's usually, dude, go hide. Just lay low, wait till I
run, bitch, run.
Yeah.
Someone run across the back of the map. Shit.
And then you can redeploy, and you float down, and you've obviously lost all of your gear, but you can then gear yourself up again and keep going. And I've had a couple of close calls where I've come second and third. It's getting close. I still don't have that victory or anything like that yet, but I find it a lot more enjoyable because it's fast paced because the map is tiny compared to the regular Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel people are, it's a lot more like a normal multiplayer game, just with a few extra different mechanics. Great mode. So yeah, I've been playing that. I love it. I want more people to download Warzone. It's free, so we can go and play some of those modes. And if you guys are keen and you've still got your copy of Modern Warfare, get that installed because I'm keen to play that more. That's cross progression.
It blows up. It blows up the PS.
The what?
It's still screwed on the PS5. So the PS5 and the Xbox One X versions, there's still some conflict there that's causing grief. Otherwise, I'd have it installed. But every time I see a problem come up online about Call of Duty, it's someone that's just installed it on a next gen console.
Okay, yeah, that sucks.
Current gen.
It's good on PC.
Well, I've downloaded Warzone on PC, so it's all right now. We should be should be able to get it.
Hey, Stick.
Oh, we got Stick, and Sam has dropped it as well. We've got some new people, and of course, Squirrel's here too.
Oh, yep, Sam. Didn't see Sam. COD gets so much hate. Yeah, I know. You won't get it from me. Well, you'll get it from me when I get ragey. But generally...
Usually about
4 weeks from now, he'll be like, meh.
No. I haven't stopped playing Call of Duty, whether it be Cold War or Modern Warfare. I'm still playing it quite a fair bit.
Nice. Greg, Tony Hawks.
Yeah.
You jump back into the Hawks.
Whoa. What happened?
Maybe not. Looks like he just dropped out. Oh, he's back again.
Yeah, sorry.
And then, what? There's two of me. Grant, you're ruining things. What happened?
I have no idea what happened there. I just started talking and then...
Turn your camera back on.
Yeah, hang on.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
There we go.
I just started talking. It was just like, bleh. So anyway, it's like, no, you're not allowed to talk.
Had enough.
So I'm out of here.
Oh.
It's all happening. You knew this was going to happen, all right? So just chill. All right. So Tony Hawk, I played that over the break. Look, what can I say? It's a mad nostalgia trip. That game, I love it. It was almost like I haven't played that game in years, but it just picked it up, and you just, ooh, yeah. It was.
Just the muscle memory comes back.
The muscle memory, yeah. I love it. It's a great game. I don't know what else I can really say about the game. It looks good. They've revamped it up, so it looks good. It plays well.
How's the soundtrack?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like once again, it's
good.
not just. It just hits all those nostalgia feels. It feels the same. It just looks better, and it sounds the same, and you get the same sense of accomplishment, the same joys, everything. If you loved the game back then, you should be playing it like this. This is the best version of this game. So yeah, I can't get enough of it. I spent at least one day sick in bed just playing all day. Got 25 levels in one day. It was great. So
awesome. All right, one from me. Control. It's another one of the PS Plus games for this month. Now, Luke, you played Control on the PC, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. What was your thoughts on that?
I had the same issue as I did with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Great game, but could I find where I had to go? I would spend an hour looking around for where the objective was and be like, you know what? I've had enough of this. This isn't a hide and seek, find and just mess of a map. It was like the Ants Warren bullshit again. So the map is no help. It was just too frustrating trying to find out where I had to go. So I shelved that game.
My first thought of the game is exactly that. Trying to work out where to go with the map that they give you and not having it's a 2D map, but it's got 3D variants on it. So you could have to go to this point, but you don't know whether it's what level it's on. So you got to try and work that out. And that's one of the issues. The other issue is it just doesn't run well on the console.
Oh, what do you?
Does not run well at all
on PlayStation 5.
PlayStation 5, yeah.
I'm seeing a bit of a theme happening here.
Just doesn't play well compared to everything else. Like everything else that I've played for the PlayStation 5, it's run well. This one, just I don't know. It doesn't. It looks a little juddery. Like you can tell you can tell in quite a few spots that it's only running at 30 frames. And I never thought I'd say that, and I never thought I'd say it to you, but I can tell the bits where it's 60 and the bits where it drops to 30. It's quite a staggering difference, I thought.
Wraithy's made a good point here in the chat. He says it needs a pathfinding mechanic like Dead Space. That would actually be really cool. Dead Space would put like a line along the ground and like basically like a path, which was really cool.
Yeah. Some more head stomping like Dead Space would be good as well.
Oh, well, any game with head stomping, curb stomping, things like that is fantastic.
Yeah, so the difference is that I'm still playing this one. I haven't just rage deleted this one. So I'm still giving it a go and just slowly working my way through. And it seems like a cool story. I'm just getting used to, how that map works, and I'll see how much longer I can deal with it. But I think last one for yourself, Luke, the Oculus Quest 2 VR.
Well, going back,
have you got it there? Have you got it there? Have you got it there?
Yeah.
Show us. We can show things now.
Whoa. Show and tell, not just tell.
That's it there. Simple as
amazing.
That. And that's all of the cables that is required to use it as well. And that's my favorite thing about this. You can play it 100% wireless, and it's good for about 2 hours of like fully intensive game. So there's obviously some things that won't task it as much and it'll last longer, but probably the most taxing 3D games is, I think, the maximum's about 2 hours that you can get out of it. Or you can tether it up with one cable and it'll last a lot longer. But yeah, this thing's awesome, man. Going back to last year, good old A10 in the chat, he suggested that he was going to buy one, and I didn't even know that this thing existed. This is the Quest 2. I didn't even know about the Quest 1, and I learnt about it and how it is wireless and all that sort of stuff, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to get one of them as well. So I picked it up, and I've been pretty impressed with it. It comes with the controllers as well. I'll show you those. And the tracking on these things makes PlayStation VR feel like child's play. This doesn't use any cameras. So the PlayStation VR uses the PlayStation camera, and it has the Move controllers. These are the cameras built into it. They're the sensors. And you can also do a pass-through as well. So when you've got the headset on, you can turn the cameras on so you can actually see while the headset's on, which is really cool. And yeah, the tracking is just almost flawless. There are some occasions where it will lose if you get too far out of its view. and you do need.
And you put your head back to moan.
You do need the lights on because it doesn't track properly in the dark. But yeah, it's bloody amazing. We're playing a whole bunch of games. There's a Walking Dead game, Saints and Sinners. That game's pretty cool. That's really fun. When it must look weird watching people play that, because what you can do in Saints and Sinners is that you can use this hand to grab the head of a zombie, and then you've got a knife in this hand, and then you're there going like that. And I swear, if people are just looking at you thinking, what the fuck is this psychotic person doing? Because you got to pierce the skull. So it's actually like challenging to get it in. So you're there going, fucking die. So you do look like a bit of a psychopath, but that's a thing. I bought a game called Gorn. I don't know why it's called Gorn, but it is, and it's basically like an arena.
It's an arena brawler, isn't it? Like a Colosseum type
like
thing.
A Colosseum thing. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like you're a gladiator, and you just get all these different weapons, and you just like chop people's arms and legs off. I actually had one guy, and this is how sick and twisted this is. I chopped off both of his legs, and then he was just on the ground.
His butter scratch.
Well, that's what it was like. And then I walked up and just slowly chopped off both of his arms, and he was still trying to get me. Like, I don't know, he's just trying to bite my ankles.
Come back here. I'll bite your ankles.
Yeah, so, and then I finished him off by just stabbing him in the head, cutting half of his face off or something like that. Being all different weapons and stuff. That's a good, fun game to play. I tried Beat Saber. I bought it for my daughter. I don't want the game, but I tried it.
Sure you did.
And that game's, no way. That game is shit. I am so bad at it. It's one of those games where you put it on easy and you're there going, this is stupid and easy. I'll bump it up a little bit. And you're like, fuck, it's all over the place. I'm like, the difficulty just spikes. It's ridiculous. So no, I'm not a fan of that shit. But yeah, so many cool games, man. And do you guys know how much these things cost?
They're relatively inexpensive, aren't they?
I would have, if I didn't know, I'd have said it's at least double the price that it actually is. It's under $500. It's like $400. You can get them for like $450, I think.
Oh,
not bad.
Pretty damn good if you ask me. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. You can play games. It's compatible with Steam VR, so you can plug in one cable, and then you can play your PC games. You can actually link it up wirelessly to your PC as well and play your PC games, or you can play them local on the actual headset wherever you want. Amazing. I love it. Thanks, A10, for suggesting it. It is a good piece of kit. My wife and daughter have got a lot out of it as well. There you go. That's the
nice. Awesome.
The only bad thing is it's owned by Facebook. That's a wank. So you need to have a Facebook account. So I had to reactivate one of my old Facebook accounts to get it to work. But anyway, that's a thing.
That's the thing there. That's one thing that a lot of people were whinging about, and everyone just said, get over it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's kind of what they were told. All right, last couple of bits from me. Minecraft RTX, of course, I've been playing with that a little bit more, and just wanted to tell everyone to check out the video over on the channel. I'm setting up with a couple of other people at the moment to go and do some walkthroughs of their base as well. I'll be redoing the video with Grejio because it's of his base, and probably do a walkthrough and get some voiceover on it as well. I just kind of wanted to put it up and show it off. And I wanted to give you a little bit of an insight into Project xCloud. Now, have you had much exposure to it as yet, either of you?
I've tried it.
Yeah, how did it go for you?
Mediocre.
And were you on Wi-Fi or just 4G, 5G, whatever?
No, I was on Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Yeah, so I took it away with me over Christmas. I was down the coast at the in-laws and tried it out on a few different games. Funnily enough, like since I've been back, I haven't really used it at all. I couldn't even tell you where the mount is that I picked up for the controller. But while I was away, trying to play Destiny was just didn't work. There was too much delay in the lag, the input lag. I was using a relatively new controller. This is off the Cyberpunk 1X. And yeah, we're still having input lag problems with that. The tapioca. The other one was, funnily enough, Ori and the whatever Ori was on there. I was playing that, and I actually got really into it because it ran well. The input lag wasn't a feat, like it wasn't an issue, and it just was just easy to pick up and use. And like, because I was in the middle of nowhere, I was down the south coast, and was just easy to pick up and play for a little bit. And yeah,
so were you
anything that's
or
no, I was just on 4G.
okay.
I was just on normal. And the thing is that I found out is that anything that requires precision or speed, it just doesn't. It didn't work for me. And it was like Destiny or Forza. I just didn't. Did you get into it because it was the only one that worked?
Oh,
I don't know. Sorry.
As in, did you get into Ori? Because you said
Oh, yes. That's that's probably why, because it was mother-in-law or Ori. So that'll.
Ori is amazing.
Oh my God! Give it the game of the year, gone. But look, I'm sure there's it's not for me. It's not something that I'm going to write home about and tell everyone to get on it, because it's just what it is. But look, I'm sure there's a niche out there for it. So we'll see how it goes. It's still in beta for a little while here, I think. I'm not sure how much longer for, but look, we'll keep you posted as we find out more information on when it goes to the next stage and how you can get onto it. I think that's it for games this week, guys.
Yeah.
Sound good?
All right.
Yep.
All right. The next things on my list are highlighted so I don't forget them again. What's that sound and what's that screenshots?
Oh, shit. That means
Lucas.
I'll do stuff. Let's see how this works. All right.
Stand by for more technical issues.
What's that sound? We'll do that one first. We do have what's that screenshot coming up as well.
Ooh.
So that'll be an interesting new take on it with our new visual format. But let's see if we can get the what's that sound working. For those that may not be aware, what's that sound? Simply, I'm going to play a sound file, and with a little bit of luck, you'll actually hear it. And then you guys in the chat can try and guess what it is, or anyone listening back after the fact can jump on our Discord channel, links in the description, and give us the answers over there. And as always, if you are correct, you'll get some sort of emoji as a prize. I know. How about that? How do we do this?
You might even get a...
Chris, thumbs up.
One of these. Tell me, guys in the chat, can you at least hear this? God, I hope they can.
Well, I heard it.
Well, you guys did, but we kind of need them to hear it. Can you hear that?
Yes.
Otherwise, it's a really interesting sound.
Yes. Oh, wow, we got a yes.
Yeah,
All right, well then, let's hear this week's What's That Sound?
I have no choice here, right? This virus threatens the entire bloody world. Is lost either way.
All right, just get that? The beep in there, I don't believe is actually part of the sound, but I think it gives away the actual sound. So that's why it's beeped, that section. So, is there anyone in the chat that knows what that sound is? Do you guys know?
Sounds very familiar.
Yeah,
I'm terrible at these.
I've got a game in my mind. I just got to remember what it's called.
Play it again. Play it again.
Play it again. Play it
Hear
again.
it again.
I have no choice here, right? This virus threatens the entire bloody world. Is lost either way.
There you go. Was that a little bit louder?
That
That was, and the beat come through this time.
What was the game with the rats that came out? Like, was it last year or the year before?
Oh, are you thinking
Oh.
of...
A Plague Tale.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking of, but no, I could be wrong there.
No, it's not. Can't pick it. Infamous, Brinley.
Has Az got it right?
Where's Az?
She said, "We happy few."
We Happy Few is not correct. No.
No.
Mardigan, Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh, wow. Not many people played this game. Have another listen.
I have no choice here, right? This virus threatens the entire bloody world. Is lost either way.
It's an interesting voice.
Yeah. You know the thing is though, we've had it before.
Mardigans, what was your first one? Oh, AC Odyssey. No.
AC.
No. Was not AC
No.
Odyssey.
No, the voice is wrong for that. No, it's an interesting voice.
What'd you say, Snoogs? We've had it before.
We've had it before.
Yeah, that's true. Just took it from the archives. I was lazy.
Yeah.
Ooh. So it's an older game, obviously.
What makes it an older game? Well, it's not from this year. I'll give you that. It's
No,
from
it's
February.
not from the last. Yeah, say it's not from the last couple of years.
Oh dear. Wraithy said he could hardly hear it. Turn your volume up. I think I'm going to blow out my own ears.
It's not Division either.
It is not the Division.
No.
Nah, it could be like Borderlands or Rage or...
One last time.
I have no choice here, right? This virus threatens the entire bloody world. Is lost either way.
All right. Well, there you go. No one's got it. Oh, I probably would have given an extra entry into the giveaway. Somebody could get it. All right. Well,
Now everyone's Googling like mad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's one of those ones you can Google, eh? Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. I just checked it just to make sure, so people didn't cheat.
Did you find it, did you?
No, I didn't. And it's then when it come up, we had, we have no choice here, right? It all come up about people bitching about quarantine.
And it's funny, he actually checks. What did he say? It says a virus or something, does he say?
Yeah.
You can't Google.
That's what I mean. It come up.
COVID. Oh, brilliant. Smart move, Lucas. All right. Well, if anyone can tell me what that sound is, whether it will be later tonight or throughout the next fortnight, then actually I said before that you'll have 1 week, 7 days. You've actually got 14 between episodes. So we'll give you an extra entry. How about that, eh? All right. So that is What's That Sound? You guys have failed miserably at that, but you haven't failed as much as I have at running the technical side of this show. So you're winning at least in that aspect. So shall we go on to what's that
positive start
screenshot?
What's that screenshot? I'm
hold up.
I'm excited.
Hold
yeah,
up.
no. Did Skrilly get it?
Was Skrill the first person to write Dead Island?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah.
Skrill, my man. That's correct. The one that starts in the hotel. That's Dead Island, mate. It doesn't have another name. Very, very good. Well done. All right, so we got that. We'll give somebody write that down. Skrill gets an extra entry. All right, what's that screenshot? We ready?
Yes.
All right, let's see if this works. All right, I'm going to make sure I don't turn the answer on first because that will be really bad. So we've got to do this. There we go. What's that screenshot? Let's see if anybody can pick what that is. I want to try and dissect it. You guys, have you got it up on your stream so you can see it?
Yep.
I'm waiting for my stream to catch up. There it is.
What do you reckon that is? Is anybody in the chat? Oh my god!
Is it Ghost?
Ghost of Tsushima? No.
Yeah.
But I think Uncle Chunt is in there.
Sekiro.
Yeah, it was one of those two.
With us, Sekiro. That is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
That was a lot faster than I thought it would be, because that is the unblurred out screenshot. It is Sekiro Shadows
Die Twice.
Something like that. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, Uncle Chunt gets an entry. There we go. So Uncle Chunt and Skrill with what's that sound and what's that screenshot? Oh, that was huh? What?
I was just gonna say, I think Skrill's first thing was, "Oh, my favorite game." If he'd just written his favorite game, he might have had 2 entries. I assume he was talking about the screenshot, not Dead Island. But yeah, still funny.
Yeah, maybe. Dead Island was an awesome game, so he could have been talking about that. Ninjas fart twice, apparently. Thanks, Wraithy.
It's because we've taken away the meme load ups, right?
Well, yeah.
I still have Discord up ready to see any of these memes, but nothing's been posted. It's probably too late. But anyway, all right, well, that was What's That Sound and What's That Screenshot. So there you go.
Nice. All right, boys, over to some news. All right. How about we get the technical part of the news out of the way? So one thing I'm changing with news this week is we put a lot of information up on the website, and we can see how many people are reading it and whatnot. So I thought I'd actually bring some of that into the show as well. So one piece of news that I wanted to speak about was the Callisto Protocol. Now, the Callisto Protocol is a game that's done by the creator of Dead Space, who's now gone out on their own and making this game that's just, wow, just insane. It's like Dead Space on crack, really. It looks insane. It's ramped it up. But this was first released at the Game Awards last year, 2020. Now, the big thing now for this one is that Skybound Entertainment, who are the people that were doing or that are doing Callisto Protocol, have partnered up with Striking Distance Studios to bring the game to PCs and consoles next year. So they've actually partnered up with another studio to work on it and to tweak it a little bit more. And so 2022 release, that's as much as we know at the moment. It looks absolutely insane. It looks really to push the boundaries of consoles and PCs. I can't wait to hear about it more and get some more information about it. They've also teamed up with a company called Krafton, who's a publisher, and they're sort of one of the big things that Krafton brings in is they're international, so they can use that marketing influence internationally and spread around and get into all the markets, which is good. Now, one thing I didn't see back when the Game Awards was on was the Red Band trailer. Anyone in the chat, does anyone else know what a Red Band trailer is? Because Luke and Grejio haven't heard the phrase before.
Okay, mate, you know a phrase that we didn't. You're a smart cookie.
No. I'm trying to figure out if it's...
You're the only one that knows, man. Oh, Uncle Chunt as well.
Look.
and
Skrill knows what it is.
Radicus knows as well.
Yeah. Uncle Chunt, Skrill. It's not just something that was made up.
See?
Anyway, we have...
Smartikins has no fucking idea. If he doesn't know about something, it's not worth knowing about.
That's fair. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is this just something because I watch weird and fucked up shows or what? But it's out there. I've got some friends. let's watch the video. Let's hope the video comes through.
All right.
So here's the Red Band trailer for it.
All right. How do I do that? Oh, that's right. I made a button for it. Stand by.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'll get there. There we go.
Here it comes.
Get up. See this? Something ain't right.
Uncle Jump wants nothing to do with it.
This is Black Irons to transport ship care on. You are cleared for landing.
All right, there you go. So the Callisto Protocol, right?
The Callisto Protocol, that's the one.
Yeah.
So so that's obviously just a theatrical trailer, but yeah, keep an eye out, and we will as well to any future bits and pieces of information that comes along with it. So cannot wait. Luke,
Yeah.
do you want to kick us off with the announcements this week for who's playing Joel and Ellie in the upcoming Last of Us TV show?
Yes, absolutely. Let me see. I might be able to get this up here. This information comes from Game Informer, but it is all over the place. So I got that up on the screen. So the Last of Us TV show. They've cast a bunch of people that we know, and the first person being Pedro Pascal. And I don't really have too much to say about that. I'm happy. I think he'll do a very good job, and I think he looks the part. And also, do you guys know the young girl that's also being cast?
Bella Ramsey.
Yeah, Bella Ramsey.
Bella Ramsey.
Both of these actors were actually from Game of Thrones. She played a character named Lyanna Mormont in the Game of Thrones show there. But I've also got some other photos that I'll show you guys in a minute, which are some really smart people have been putting together. How do I do that? I don't actually think I can. No, ignore that. Anyway, there's some cool photos.
Nope.
Cool artist sort of concept art that's been put up on the internet where they've taken actual art from The Last of Us but superimposed Pedro and Bella onto the characters and looks really cool. And also, doing their own drawings and stuff, putting those characters on there, and it actually looks pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. It does come up pretty well, which is always good.
But yeah, old mate Pedro, he's turning up in quite a few places lately. He's a bit of a hot commodity, I think.
Yeah, he seems to can't do no wrong, can he?
Yeah, that's cool.
This is the way, apparently. Great. Actually, I'll talk about Borderlands movie. Sorry, mate.
Sure, you do
Borderlands movie has the perfect claptrap. So, did you, after I put this up in the chat the other day, Luke, did you have a look into the Borderlands movie at all, or
no? I
just
didn't.
left it for now? Yeah, no. Beautiful. All right, so Claptrap has been announced as, what's his name? I've gone
Jack
one
Black?
name I don't have, Jack Black. Thank you. I've gone completely blank. The one thing I've got Claptrap and then Jack Black. Yeah, all right. I don't have his name written down. Anyway, he's been announced, which is absolutely brilliant. Why is it hiding Jack Black?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Anyway, I think he's probably a pretty good ad for that, as long as he's kind of let off the chain, being that he's working with Eli Roth, who's directing it. There's a good chance that he will be let off the chain. Kate Blanchett is also on board to play Lilith. Jamie Lee Curtis has been signed up to play Dr. Patricia Tannis. Now, apparently, Patricia Tannis was an NPC in the first two Borderlands games.
Yeah, I know Tannis, yeah.
Yeah. Kevin Hart is Soldier Roland.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And screenwriter is Craig Mazin, who is from Chernobyl, and he's also doing The Last of Us.
The Last of Us, yeah.
Yeah. So it's very much looking like it's going to be it's not going to be some B grade, adaptation. It's actually going to have some smarts behind it. But so that's all the information for so far. That's the information we've got for the Borderlands movie. It's got some big names attached to it, which is looking good.
Yeah, nice, very good.
All right, Greg, you had a few other movies from games coming out.
Yeah, so to be fair, while we're still talking about Craig Mazin, no, because we talked about Craig Mazin. He's doing both The Last of Us and Borderlands. Sorry, we did talk about that. Sorry, you just literally said that. I obviously had a stroke in that time. Anyway, let's talk about other gaming movies because they're kind of and TV shows because they're coming quite thick and fast at the moment. So obviously Sonic 2 has been greenlit because that was just a powerhouse when it came out, the first one. The Witcher Season 2 is set to come out late this year. Have
they actually released anything on that? Because I know they're just about finished filming it, but
yeah,
I haven't seen any dates on it or anything.
I just know it's sort of late 2021
okay.
For a release. Cyberpunk Edge Runner is going to be a Netflix show slated to be available 2022. It will not be. It won't be. No. So it won't necessarily have anything to do with the game, but it'll be set in Night City, set in the same sort of. So it'll be its own thing.
Okay, cool.
Story-wise. So, but in the same world. Mortal Kombat has a release date on HBO Max of the 16th of April 21. Obviously, in Australia, we will probably have to wait for its cinema release. The Division has a TV show coming.
Mm-hmm.
Uncharted has just finished its filming, and it's due July 21. Borderlands we've talked about. It's script writing at the moment. Assassin's Creed is getting a new life in a Netflix movie, I believe.
That's an animated one too, isn't it?
No, I think
maybe.
this they might be doing an animated one, but I think they're also doing. I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Let's speculate. It could be anything. The last one I've got is Resident Evil's actually getting a reboot movie. It's going to Netflix and it's going to be due September 21. So this September we'll be getting a new Resident Evil film that's designed to be somewhat more of what the computer game was and not what the last ones were, which, depending on your point of view, were either absolute garbage or guilty pleasures.
Guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasures for sure. Yeah.
Guilty pleasure. Yeah.
So, so that's what we got. Just those are stuff that has been confirmed. There's lots of other ones that are in the ether. Like there's a Silent Hill, there's a Duke Nukem, there's a whole bunch that are sort of floating around the ether that don't have actually anything sort of concrete tied to them. But these ones at least have either dates or script writers, or they're in the middle of filming. So
there was a couple on Netflix that were getting animated spin-offs, but they're not due for pretty much this year. Really, they're possibilities of later this year, but not.
Yeah, and there was a bunch. There was also a bunch more that were like well and truly locked in. There's like obviously they're talking about another Tomb Raider movie that's a sequel to the last one. So yeah, look, there's a whole bunch of stuff still coming.
Sweet. All right. Luke, CD Projekt Red stolen data.
Yes. Man, what a mess that has been, that whole kerfuffle with the stolen data. So last week, you may have heard that the hackers have gained access to CD Projekt Red's source codes. The stolen data has now been successfully sold via auction after the demands that the hackers made were refused to be met. So CD Projekt Red came out and said that they won't be meeting any of these demands and they will ready themselves to deal with whatever consequences there are. So basically, further to this as well, which is just news that it's a little bit sort of not mainstream, this information, but Intel does suggest that the buyer was actually Bethesda, because they don't want any other companies stealing the title of owning the shittest, most buggiest game possible. So they wanted to take all that source code so they could make their own games out of it. That's bullshit. But anyway,
Fallout 77, here we come. There we go. That'll work.
But anyway, they're working with local law enforcement and the president of the Personal Data Protection Office as a part of an ongoing investigation. It's unclear who purchased the breached data, but according to the initial threat, it also includes an unreleased version of The Witcher 3 and documentation that could mean immense harm to the developers that work on the studio. So this is sort of not necessarily just hurting CD Projekt Red. It's probably going to hurt the employees, the
actual employees themselves.
It's not really their fault. But anyway.
There was one rumor going around that it was actually CD Projekt that bought it.
Well, but that's an easy rumor to make.
Yeah, I know. But and it's one that I didn't put much faith in it, so I didn't really dig into it at all. But it did come across from a couple of different sources. But again, I didn't dig, so...
It was reported that there was a clause in the purchase that said that it can it can no longer be distributed. What gets you?
This clause, it's amazing. I find it hilarious.
It's almost like honor amongst thieves, you know?
We stole this and are auctioning it for legal gains. However, promise when you buy it that you won't spread it around and resell it.
Yeah, pretty much. No,
I didn't know about that bit of it.
I think that agreement was on the seller's behalf. They wouldn't on-sell it again to somebody else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sell it to this person, you know, and then that person can do whatever they want with it. But yeah, it's almost like, I mean, these people have got it by illegal means. They don't really follow laws and rules. What makes you think that they're going to honor that? But I don't know.
Yeah. And what are you going to do? Like, and if you don't, well, we'll
Report.
shit. Oh, fuck.
But anyway, that's what happened. CD
They
Projekt
stole my stolen software.
are in a world of hurt, and I don't think it's fair. I think essentially the biggest way to get back at CD Projekt Red, if you are upset, pissed off with the launch of Cyberpunk, then
Is to get out of your mama's basement and get a life.
Don't buy it, but just don't buy the game. You can
Just don't buy it. Boycott the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you vote with your back pocket.
Speak with your wallets. Yeah.
Exactly. You're doing this sort of shit is just it's not on because it's hurting the wrong people. But anyway, there you go. That's a thing that happened.
Wow. What is this world coming to? Well, we don't really know because Ubisoft are doing a Star Wars game. Gretch.
Yeah, so they're ramping up. The rumor is that they are going to be producing like a Star Wars adventure game using the Division engine. Obviously, obviously it won't be for a little while yet. EA has the rights to Star Wars until 2023, in which then that exclusivity deal for them runs out, and I assume Ubi has picked up that deal afterwards.
Yeah.
So
that's the rumor.
Ubisoft have got 3 years to develop a Splinter Cell game. Fuck your Star Wars. Where's your actual IPs that you own? Stop trying to get more shit when you're not using the stuff you've already got. I feel like I'm talking to my kid.
So we will definitely see a Star Wars game with a Sam Fisher DLC somewhere along the line.
Oh yeah.
I love that face.
Sam Fisher with a fucking lightsaber.
You know all this
Brilliant.
time where you could be listening to Luke, that's the face that he's been pulling this whole time. Now you can see it.
I got a stress hamburger.
You don't have a stress assassin's.
He's going to 3D print a whole lot of Ubi logos.
It's like,
It's just. There you go. Sam's lightsaber will have 3 green blades. So you break his got your back, mate.
I think I've been defeated. Release the Splinter Cell.
Hey, ask Uncle Chunt how it's done. You just got to get those guys to help you. Just complain until it finally comes out.
Just get it.
The difference is the last Splinter Cell game wasn't shit.
Wow. Oh.
Anyway.
Greg, your last bit of news: Street Fighter V, the final season. They've got a few extra characters and a new one thrown in.
Yes, so Street Fighter V is getting its final season, as you said, and we're getting some characters, old characters that just haven't made the roster yet, and there's one new one. So we're getting Dan, who, in my opinion, is like just the worst. He's like the Walmart version of Ryu, I guess. If Ryu and Ken had a Walmart baby, he'd be it. Then we've got Rose and Oro and Akira Kazama from Rival Schools, which is another thing altogether in Capcom's world. And then we're getting a new character called 11. For those that know anything about Street Fighter 3 had a character called 12 who was a shape-shifting fighter. And 11 is also that biologically created shape-shifting fighter. Apparently, his shape-shifting abilities aren't quite as advanced as 12's was, being that he is 11. That's the description they've given so far. But that's all we know about 11 so far. Obviously, as time goes on, we'll hear more about this character and what he actually does. But by the sounds of it, shapeshifter, so you'll probably be able to mimic other characters. How much control you have over that, I don't know. So we'll find out.
Sweet. And we should see we should get some nice bit of information out about that, because Capcom, the people that look after Capcom Australia, they're a really good bunch of people that talk to us quite a lot. So keep an eye out here and on the website. Now, a new segment. We've got, do you remember this new segment, Luke? The What the Fuck News of the Week.
He's still in his PTSD of Splinter Cell. He's just sitting there.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to think of what kind of knives I'd use against the devs of Ubisoft. But anyway, yeah, this is it's not necessarily a new segment, just a little extra bit that I want to throw in, and it's What the Fuck News of the Week. And this one came across my table, and I looked at the news and I read it first. I read it, and I'm like, that's bullshit. That is not real news. Then I looked it up and found it, and I even saw a video, like a trailer. I'm like, oh my God, this is real. This is an actual thing. It is a Post Malone virtual concert for Pokemon Day. Have you heard of this? What? I've got the video. Let's.
Can I just say I've not actually heard of Pokemon Day.
I hadn't heard of Pokemon Day until this story.
It's a thing. They celebrate the release in Japan of Pokemon Red and Green. I think it was over in Japan or something like that. But anyway,
Okay.
But you gotta see this this video to see how crazy it really is. All right, there it is.
It's crazy. I never would have guessed we would be here today after 25 years. It's you, the fans, that make all this possible. It's been a wild journey so far. But now we're here.
Wait,
And it
Post Malone.
feels so good.
How good's that bit where he turns into a digital character? What did you say? Who ate Post Malone?
Yeah,
What do you mean? who
doesn't
ate
look like I've seen him before. Just looks like he's packed it on.
Oh,
Looking quite chunky in that, and like all hunched over.
that's success for you. But
Oh, okay, the weight of success.
how bizarre is that?
Difference between weed and heroin.
Like he. But it's just strange. Look, I'm guessing he loves Pokemon. He would have grown up around the same time as
Yeah,
Pokemon
true.
was
Yeah.
out. He's a big fan of it, and somehow Nintendo have just gone, yeah, you'll fit the mold. So that's
Totally.
the thing. It's going to be a digital.
Well, they've done digital concerts in Fortnite and whatnot. So
Yeah, but this is going to be on like YouTube and Twitch and that. It's not in a game, so to speak.
okay,
But yeah, I've turned off the auto moderation in the chat, but it's still blocking Wraithy's comments.
yeah, because it knows.
Yeah.
It knows.
Oh dear. This is a struggle of an episode. I'll tell you that much.
It's run.
I think it's doing much better than
Run.
you surmised it was going to do earlier.
Oh, I don't know. Oh dear. Anyway, what's next? Are we nearly
That's
finished?
Smooth.
We are
It's a
done.
smooth transition.
Over to last word. So a quick shout out to everyone that's in the chat. So they've got Radicus, Skrill, Wraith, Martikins, Atan, As is in there, we've had Sam drop in who said it's like 5:30 where they are. So g'day from the other side of the world.
Yeah, and I think she was
Maybe
just the
fun.
hurry up. I think she was bored with what we were talking about.
Okay,
You were talking about
that works too.
So
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I dribble on. This sultry voice of mine puts people to sleep. I understand this. It's all right. I don't know who else was there. There's a lot of chats going on. Uncle Chunt, and I think that was it, wasn't it?
I have no
If
idea.
I haven't said your name, I do love you. But thank you for joining in. Boys, you got any last words?
Yeah,
For this
the
one?
last word. There's a bunch of you guys watching us right now, but not very many of you have taken the time to press that like button. So while you're there, press like, and if you haven't, click the subscribe button as well. Go on.
Oh, look, here you go. I'll push that like button for you.
Do it.
I pushed it. I pushed it.
How much do you love us, really?
They're going up. Yes.
Bam, bam, bam. You're all my favorite now. Good kids.
Everyone's our favourite.
There's still more people watching than there are likes. What's going on?
Ooh, hang on.
Stop yelling. It's been done. Leave me alone.
Maybe they unliked. Maybe they pressed the dislike button.
They double clicked.
Someone else.
Suck
Someone
on.
said dislike.
Oh well.
I bet that's Wraithy. I bet that was Wraithy that did that.
But the good thing about it is come every week, and well, not every week, every time, every
Fortnight.
episode, every fortnight, just to see what kind of shit goes wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and the next one is bound to be a cluster.
Well, the next one Snoogs is going to be taking control of, so yeah, good luck, man.
I'm going to need a fuller cup.
That means I've got 4 weeks to get this shit fight under wraps. But look, thank you very much for sticking with us, even though it was a very messy start. We managed to scramble things together, I guess. Somehow, I don't actually know what I did to get the microphones working.
It works now.
But it works. I'll tinker with it and make sure it's a little bit smoother next time. I'm sure it'll slowly get easier and easier as we do this more. But this is pretty new for us. We're usually just joining in a voice chat and booming that across. But yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you, everyone. So as you can also see underneath our names, we've got our individual socials. So you've got at Grejio XPL on Insta and Twitter. They're both the same. Snooger Vision for me and Aussie Gamers 12 for Luke. Also, if you're on the Twitters, go over to the AGExp pod, which is our podcast handle, which is sort of starting to ramp up and getting more stuff on there as we go along. That's it, guys. Anything else you just want to throw in there? Greg?
Be good to each other.
Cool.
No,
Well,
man, I'm just
close it up.
really looking forward to stopping this so I can see what the fuck went wrong.
Nah, I'm pumped. I reckon this is going to be a good year for the podcast.
I
This is
think
going to be
so.
fun.
It's going to be.
This is gonna be
our
fun.
Starting point, mate. The
Yeah,
oil
look.
way is up.
And there's our first copyright hit.
That happened a long time ago. Thanks, everyone, for joining us this week. We will see you for the next one. Be sure to hit that sub button wherever you're watching or listening along. Don't forget to continue any of the topics we've discussed either on our socials or come and join us in Discord. While you're at it, check out our website, www.agexp.com. Links, as always, are in the podcast show notes and descriptions. That's all from me. I've been Snoogs.
I've been Lucas.
No, I've been Master Chief.
Say yes! No, you didn't.
once again, we have reached the end of another week in gaming, and if you've listened all the way up until this point of the show, then there's a good chance that you're a perfect fit for the AGExp Discord channel, and you can join by using the links in the show description. Once you've joined, you will find yourself within a community of amazing people who are all interested in one thing, and that's gaming. You can also join in live while we record the show and have your say. Now, don't forget to subscribe to this podcast so you'll be notified when the next episode is available for your listening pleasure. Until next time, take care, be safe, and keep on gaming.